everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And today I'm live with a card that features, it's an easel card. I love easel cards, they're so fun to make. And they're always kind of a wow. People really love to get cards in the mail, let's face it. But I like to send cards that give people kind of, they go wow when they get it. So my card today is an easel card, and it features the Merriest Moments bundle from the July to December mini catalog. Hey, Catherine. Oh, good. I'm glad somebody's on. Actually, there's a couple of people on, and I'm just trying to look on Facebook to see. Oh, Nancy. Hey, Nancy. Great. All right. That's good that I'm on and you guys can see and hear me. All right, so let me switch over to my desktop and I will show you this card. It's a little bit different easel card in that it has a smaller front on it and folds like that. And I realize that I need a piece of basic white that I think I've forgotten. But anyway, I'll grab that. So you're going to need, first of all, let's show you this. This is the Merriest Moments. This is one of my absolute favorite bundles out of the catalog. Not only does it come with the stamp set and the dies, it comes with this amazing hybrid embossing folder so that you can not only emboss your pieces, but you can cut them out. So this big die here fits around, get the right side, this one. So it fits nice and snug when you find the right spot. So it goes on the side that's got the Stampin' Up! Logo on it, with the die side, the cutting side up facing you, fits right snug in there. And then when you put your piece of cardstock, or in this case, I'm going to use vellum, it will actually cut this piece out as well as emboss it. So I'll show you that in just a minute. Okay, so let's get started. Get all my pieces. I've gone ahead and done some cutting out. I'm trying to see who. I use StreamYard. I know I've mentioned that before. And if you haven't given permission to StreamYard, hey, Sandy. Oops, sorry. There we go. So you need to give permission to StreamYard from wherever you're coming in from. So you go to streamyard.com/Facebook, and then I'll be able to actually see who's watching right from my streaming application, as opposed to having to look in Facebook. So apologies if I don't actually acknowledge. Okay, so I've got a piece of evening evergreen cardstock that is cut 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So this is 1/4 of a sheet of cardstock. And then I've got another piece that is cut 4 inches by 10 1/2. And we're going to score this at 5 1/4. So that's kind of a half. And then we're going to take it and move it, and we're going to score it at 2 1/8. So 2 1/8 and 5 1/4. And that will form the easel parts. So I'm going to grab my bone folder. So this is the side I scored on. So I always fold into the bump side of the mountain side. So fold that. Give it a good crease with your bone folder. So that's that. And then this piece here, this is the 2 1/8. You're going to fold so it forms a peak or a mountain. And we're just going to kind of fold that in on itself to give it a good crease. But this will form your easel. So you can see it will sit like that. So we're going to take and adhere this piece on to that other piece of evening evergreen that was cut 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Next, we'll just go down right aligned as if you were adhering your first layer onto your cardstock. So now that's my card base like that. Okay, so now the next piece that I want to cut is I'm going to use this Gold Shimmer Vellum. I absolutely love this, and that's what I'm going to take and emboss and cut. So I'm going to put this in the right spot. There we go. So this will go into my There we go. So it fits nicely. And I'm going to put the shimmer side up because this is the side I want to face up and it'll emboss. So I'm just going to put this in on top of my embossing folder, fold that closed, and then I'm just going to take it off and cut it and emboss it. Now, when you're doing this, I'll show you. You want platform 1 and platform 4 because this is one of the thick embossing folders. So that's your sandwich. And I'll just take and it goes through really easily. Oops. Light fell. Gosh. There we go. All right. So when you cut this, now this piece. Now you might think, gee, vellum doesn't feel like it's very sturdy to be able to hold up a card because really this is your front of your card. But this vellum is quite sturdy, and I find that now because I have embossed it, it is even sturdier. It is quite solid. And we're going to take and adhere this. So this is going to be the front of my card. And what I'm going to do is adhere just the bottom to this bottom fold. So this 2 1/8, you're going to adhere your vellum to that side only. So I'm just going to take, and I am going to use, if I can find my Stampin' Seal. I'm going to use Stampin' Seal just because it's just a little bit more solid than if I used the liquid glue. So I'm only putting adhesive just down at the very bottom of this to hold it in place. Like that. And just give it a good burnish like that. So now I've got my piece. Now I went ahead and cut, stamped. I'm stamping in cherry cobbler. So I've stamped my sentiment from the Merriest Moments. So I'm using this. Together is the merriest place to be. I've stamped it in cherry cobblers. These are my two colors, cherry cobbler and evening evergreen. And I went ahead and cut it out with, find the dies. There is a great die that is a stitched rectangle that fits perfectly into the center. So that's what I've gone ahead and cut that out with. Now I've also done, so this is going to go on the center here. So we'll do that. You can see I stamped twice because I didn't get it completely stamped evenly. So I just turned my cardstock over and stamped again. So that's that. Now I've gone ahead and stamped and cut out a number of pieces here. So there are stamps to make a poinsettia. So you've got the 2, you've got some holly leaves, actually 3 holly leaves, you've got some sprigs, and actually some berries as well. I haven't used the berries. So I've gone ahead and cut out 2 of the poinsettia petals, 2 holly leaves, and then this sprig. Now I'm just going to take my bone folder and just kind of give these a bit of a fold. I'm just kind of curling them kind of backwards towards the bone folder, just to give this some dimension to my poinsettia. So it's not completely flat. And then I'm going to use a mini dimensional to pop that up onto my card. Like that. And then I'll use a full-size dimensional. And I'm just going to put that here down in this corner, like that. And then with glue dots, I'm just going to take and I'm going to put this sprig in behind. I do this. You could poke it down. I think I want it down a little bit more. So let's put it down like that. A little bit more underneath. And then my holly leaves. Oops. We'll just poke underneath like this. Probably should have put the, there we go. That works. Okay, so there's my holly leaves. Now, I didn't use the holly berries. I'm actually going to use the gilded gems as my embellishments. So I'm going to take one of the large gilded gems, and it's just going to go in the center of my flower. Okay, so we've got the front done. Actually, I'm missing some ribbon. Now, on my card, I actually use, this is the cherry cobbler and gold ribbon, which I don't have any left. So I'm just going to use, this is the 1/4 inch shimmer ribbon. I think this might be back ordered or not orderable at the moment, but the other one, the 3/8 inch gold, is orderable. So if you're looking for some gold ribbon, that is orderable, and my order has not arrived yet. So that's why I'm using this 3/8 inch one. This one is from the annual catalog. So I've got about maybe 3 inches cut. Just going to use glue dots, which won't seem to, there we go, glue dots, pick up glue dot. So I've cut kind of a diagonal end. I'm just folding this in half so it makes kind of a little, I don't know what that's called. Anyway, a tag, I guess. And I'm going to tuck this up underneath my berries. So I like the cherry cobbler. So if you've got that, I think the cherry cobbler goes nicer. But since I don't have any, I will use the gold. All right, now it's time to finish the inside of the card. So I've got a piece of basic white cardstock that is cut. Let's see, what is this cut? I think it's just cut. No, 3 3/4 by 5. It does need to be a touch smaller. So 3 3/4 by 5. And what we need to do on the inside of this. Now on this card, I actually made it a little bit smaller, but I'm going to do it, and I'm going to put the joy down here. So I do need a piece here. Oh, good, I got a scrap of basic white cardstock. So I'm going to stamp the joy in cherry cobbler on this scrap, and I'm going to fussy cut that out, and then I'm going to go and cut stamp, which I don't have here. It's over. Here we go. I'm going to stamp a poinsettia in. I'm going to stamp it kind of here. Just something else on the inside of the card. Okay, now I'm going to take my paper snips. Oh, he likes the gold ribbon. Yeah, well, maybe it'll grow on me. I was just thinking it needed some other color because it's so much gold on it with the shimmer, but either way works. Now, this piece, this joy, is actually going to be what holds your easel in place. So you can see here, I've got the joy. So I'm going to take my, first of all, I'm going to adhere my inside piece to my card base. Like that. Get that in place. Now, and then you can figure out, so just kind of put your easel to where you think it fits, wants to sit naturally. And then you're going to use dimensionals on the back of this joy. Let's get a couple of dimensionals on there. Make sure you've got it going the right way. And then just with it sitting where you think it would want to sit naturally, you're just going to put this on. And that will form the block for it so it stands. There we go. So on this original card, I actually used, I just kept the evening evergreen at the bottom, whereas this one's got the white at the bottom, whichever your preference is. You could cut your basic white just a bit smaller like I did on the original card. Either works. All right, things out of the way here so I can, there we go, my trimmer away. Okay. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. It really is a fairly quick and easy easel card to make, and everybody loves easel cards. They're just kind of that wow, and they sit up so nicely for everybody and put on their mantle at Christmas time. So check this, the Merriest Moments bundle out. You're going to love the hybrid embossing folder. I know it just is. It's so much fun to be able to emboss and cut out at the same time. If you're watching me through YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you get notified when I go live. I'd love to have you be notified and watch my videos when I either go live or when I post a video tutorial. I will be back on Tuesday night at 6:30 Pacific with a sketch challenge for you. So I hope you'll be able to join me. Otherwise, have a great day, everybody. Happy stamping. Bye.